see here.
Are you tired of marketing companies promising unrealistic?
Okay. I'll close this and oh boy. Do we have the music here? Oh boy. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we're live right now. Oh boy. Okay. So okay. It's okay. Hey, hello guys. I just noticed that we're live right now. I just wanted to say that this is gonna be a short live where I'm gonna talk about addressing some comments that I got in my Adobe Portfolio video and try to help you guys as best as possible. And I think it's really easy for me to just answer those questions or solve your problems with the Adobe Portfolio while just looking at the comments and try to fix them live, so you get an insight of what you're trying to do. And yeah, that's pretty much what we're gonna do. Plus, if I have enough time at the end, we're gonna design some stuff. Okay, I'm gonna check right now. Sorry if I look too much. This is my second minute. I'm trying to look the chat right here, just in case. Okay, I'm gonna go with my Adobe Portfolio video. Okay, let me see. Okay, I have another question right here by Russell Smith. Hey Leo, great video. How did you make a GIF? Sorry. how do you make a GIF logos for the page images? Did you use a specific app software for this? And if yes, do you use JPEGs or SVGs for the logos? Well, to be more specific with that, Russell, I normally like to do that I have a system to do that. So I normally start doing my designs in Adobe Illustrator. Then I take that file. This is specifically done for After Effects. And then I take that to After Effects. I have a video specifically about those covers in my YouTube, where I just take the file in the Adobe Illustrator, and then you make the logo, you separate it in layers. You split it in a layer sequence, if you might say like that. And but I mean, sorry, when I say splitting in a layer sequence, I mean that each letter or each shape that you have in the logo is separated, dissected in each vector, and that way you can animate them in After Effects. Then when I have them in After Effects, I'm not gonna call this cheating a little, but I like to use this plugin. It's kind of expensive, but it's worth it. It's called Motion, and I think it costs. Let me see. It cost Motion 4. I got it when it was Motion 3 or Motion 2. It cost $60. I don't know if I paid $60 for that, but that was like 2 years ago, maybe 3. And I used that software to do the animations because it just has more shortcuts to do the is-ins and stuff like that. I actually show that in the video as well. If you want to know another software that can be really helpful, and it has a bunch of animation already pre-made. One of like this. I mean, you technically can if you don't have a lot of stuff there, but you're gonna get all this stuff. So I think my solution for this will be just to make your portfolio in Adobe Illustrator, and I think I need to make a video about that. So there's another way that you can make physical portfolios in Adobe Illustrator. I can give you a template. I think I'm gonna make a video about templates in Adobe Illustrator, and then you can use a template and make your stuff on top of that. I'm gonna cancel this real quickly, and I'm gonna go to another comment. Okay, I'm gonna go look for another comment real quickly. Okay, I'm gonna bring this right here. Okay, how to change the color of the master head panel by Christian Potske. Okay, so the way that you change the color of the master head, if I'm not forgetting this, you go with the master head. Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing my screen. Okay. He was asking me about how to change the master head color, and it's really simple. You just click the master head options right here, and it has a background color, and it also has a different set of rules because it's not showing here the part of the video. You gotta go in the master head options. Like there is a drop down right here at the top. It's whatever it shows here. That's not where you change the color. You gotta actually click here in the master head options, and then you go to the master head background. You go to the options, and then you go to the overlay. In the overlay, you just go with a different color, green, I don't know, blue if you want to, and yeah, and you're able just to change it as easy as that. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try to look for more comments. Another time, the question about the PDF by another person. She's asking if she. No, sorry, I'm confused. She's asking how can I add a PDF page to the site? Can I link my portfolio with a customized software such as ThinkUp LMS? What is ThinkUp LMS? I'm not gonna answer that question without knowing what it is first. Let me see. You can add links to some things. For example, with InDesign, there is a feature where you can you enrich your PDF by adding just links. There is a setting for that. Adobe Illustrator, I'm not sure if you can add the link within the PDF, but you can always just link your portfolio with the Adobe portfolio link, which is fine. So like, it's not gonna be your domain, but it's gonna be the portfolio domain. And I think that's, at the end of the day, one guy said on Twitter, sorry, X, they say that the best portfolio, I don't remember his name, it says that the best portfolio is the one that is live. So just publish your portfolio, share your work as best as you can, and just start just sharing it. Like you can work endlessly on that, but you have to have something to show. And I think it's possible to do a PDF while you add that stuff, you know, the link and everything. I think it's actually really possible to do. I'm gonna go with another comment. Okay. I never used Adobe before, so I have a few questions. I'm wondering if there is a plan where I can get Adobe Portfolio and Adobe XD. I also want to, what storage amount should I get for the portfolio? Well, you don't need, so the thing is, like, when you work with your portfolio, there's different things when you work with a website. Give me 1 second. Okay, so when you make a website, there's multiple things that you need to care about. This is the stuff you learned while you do it. So I remember the first time I made a website, I thought it was just buying the domain from GoDaddy, which was like $2.99 back in the day. And then I said, yeah, that's the domain. Like, when people put that address, it's gonna just, it's already yours. Nobody can take it from you, but you need to get a hosting service, which is connected to that domain. So your hosting is connected to the domain. The hosting is what, you know, holds the website. Like let's call it like a cloud where you put your website, and every time somebody sends a request to your address, which is, I don't know, Eddie.com, when they put their request to that address, it just sends a message to your hosting, and it sends a message back, and it just, you know, it displays the page. In the case of Adobe Portfolio, you don't need to pay for hosting, because Adobe Portfolio is the hosting, and it's giving you the opportunity to, how can I say, to just link your domain. So you're gonna spend only, I don't know, $3.99, $5.99 to get your own domain, so it doesn't say portfolio.com, because, I mean, let's be honest, it's a little bit unprofessional that your portfolio just says that a different link. So it's, I think it's, at the end of the day, it's preference, and if it looks better when you put your full name .com, and it shows a better, I don't know, more professional look for employers. Somebody said here, your shirt is great. That is a great shirt. That's the one about the aliens. Let's see. Thanks for the video. I do have a question right now. I have a website. I pay $14.99 a month with Bluehost. So here's my, I don't have an issue with Bluehost and those type of websites. That's fine. The thing about the Adobe type of website is that as long as you have the subscription of Adobe, you have the portfolio for free. But if you cancel your Adobe subscription, then your portfolio goes away. So I had it, and that's how I got my most of the times. Every time I had a job interview, I've been having this portfolio for over 6 years or so since it came out, and I mean, I still keep my Adobe subscription and everything. But I will say that Bluehost and whatever is done with WordPress and stuff, I don't prefer it, because it tends to be more technical from the perspective that you have to worry a lot about updating the plugins, optimization. I would go with something more like Wix, or this is not a sponsor, it's just either Wix or Webflow or maybe Framer or Adobe Portfolio, which is our websites that are really relatively easy to do, but at the end of the day, it is faster. When people put your website, it's gonna pop up right away, and it's not gonna be any trouble for anybody to get to your website. I've seen portfolio reviews and stuff like that when looking for designers, and the issue that I normally have is that their website sometimes is slow. They don't optimize the images, and I don't blame them. Optimizing images can be tricky sometimes, but Adobe Portfolio has a feature that actually optimizes the images, and again, it's for free and it's already there. I can share with you guys some tips, and actually I'm gonna share with you guys a page that I like to use all the time, which is my main resource to work with websites and stuff. I normally do a website called compressgif.com or PNG. So this is a perfect website because this is where I compress all my GIFs, PNG, JPEG, and everything. And even if I make everything in Media Encoder or I export it with Photoshop in the best settings, there is always a little bit that it just takes like 90% off of the weight of the image, and it gives me a really, you know, light image to use, which is, I mean, compressgif or compresspng.com, really nice website, completely recommended. Okay, I'm gonna check right now more questions, more messages that I have here in the comments. I'm gonna leave this video up just for you guys to check it, and then you get your answers about the portfolio and stuff. I'm gonna look right here for the. Okay, the comments are right here. Okay, let me see another comment. A friend helped me set it up, but once it's published, you can't actually find it with Google search, which defeats the object of setting it up. That's not true. I did set it up with the Adobe Portfolio, and there is a setting in the portfolio where it shows up in Google. My portfolio was showing on Google, and let me tell you, I didn't have the best SEO. When you do it, I think there is a setting. I think I did a connection to the Google Media Console or something like that, and that's what helped me do that. You know, it's right here. No, sorry about that. So there is an option right here. Let me put it live again. There is an option right here. It says like search optimization. And I remember I put a meta description and I add the meta keywords. And again, Google is fast when you look for something, but it's slow when it's about indexing pages and doing stuff like that. So you just gotta be patient. So I remember for my website, it took a while just to show on Google. Right now it does show on Google, but again, the best day to start is today because it takes a while. I can Google my name right now and I'm gonna show up on Google just because I've been having that website for a long time, and I optimize, for example, my keywords to be graphic designer in Dallas, Leonardo Rivero. So I have everything, you know, around that, and I think if I put Leonardo Rivero Dallas, I'm gonna be the first option if it's about design or something like that. But yeah, it's in this part in the search engine optimization. I use a bunch of keywords, and yeah, that was pretty much it. It's not that complicated to do. You just need to. There is a bunch of tutorials to do this part. I'm not an SEO expert, but you will find something online. Okay. Okay, let me see here. Somebody asked me, how do you save your work projects? Well, there is another thing that I didn't mention, I think, when I did this video, because it will link it with my Behance projects, and that's gonna defeat the purpose of building them yourself. I think the next step for this portfolio series, and it's something that's gonna come out this week, is gonna be a video of how to upload a project to your portfolio. And I think I have in mind another set of series of teaching you how to make maybe 3 different types of projects that are gonna help you get hired. I think that's gonna be really helpful for the channel and for you guys to learn, because at the end of the day, the objective of this channel is to show you guys that you can learn graphic design without having to have a college degree, without having to spend any money. I'm just trying to share with you guys the tools that help me get better at graphic design. And at the end of the day, sharing is the best way to remember things as well. So I remember more the more I share with you guys, and it encouraged me to keep learning. Changing how you're doing things and jumping around made me confused. So I did this video this specific ways because I was struggling, and YouTube was telling me those things, that I was struggling with retention. So the problem is that if the video is a slow pace and it takes me a while to get my point across, then YouTube is not gonna let that video, it's not gonna push that video as much. And this video has 65,000 views. I think it's mostly because I was able to condense how to make the portfolio really quickly. And again, and I apologize. I think a way to fix that will be to maybe schedule another live, and I will do the portfolio maybe live, and it might take me 20-30 minutes, and I can actually deep dive in the portfolio, and just we can go all step by step just to do it. But yeah, that's a good suggestion. Good tricks at 3:15. Cool to know. Adobe, the Adobe videos are not so lame, and they really don't teach anything useful. Yeah, so I think that's something I did not know that you could do, and it's something I actually try. When I was doing the Masterhead, I think that's what he's talking about, the Masterhead. I didn't know you could put videos there, but I started putting videos there, and I tried to put videos within the thumbnails of the projects, and it didn't let me. So because it didn't autoplay. One solution that I had was just to make the animated logos for those designs right there for the thumbnails. And I remember that when I did those, they were too heavy, and that's how I ended up figuring out how to use the compressed JPEG and stuff like that. Besides, I didn't know, this is crazy, but I did not know back in 4 years ago that how to export something from After Effects as a GIF. You can't do that. It doesn't show as an option unless you go all the way to Media Encoder. Again, guys, Media Encoder, I feel from my perspective that it is a completely underrated software. It lets you do almost anything. When you have video stuff, when you want to make a GIF and everything, Media Encoder is there to help you to do it. Sometimes the output, it's debatable. It's kind of slow. It kind of makes you, sometimes it makes you really heavy files. That's the bad reputation that I give it. But again, you use compressed GIF or compressed PNG and stuff like that, and you can fix those files at ease. And that's what I actually did. I took Media Encoder and I took the files, and I sent them through the compressed GIF.com, and that's it. It made me a really light file that I could use for my portfolio, because again, this is not connected to Behance. I tried to do it on Behance as well, but Behance does not accept these animated covers like this. So that way I just decided to approach the solution of this with, making them with, again, after Illustrator, then After Effects, then Media Encoder, and then compressed GIF.com. After I had something really important. Give me a second. Is the dimensions. So I went with Behance covers as dimensions, which is 800, because you cannot make them too big, or maybe just keep the same aspect ratio but make them smaller. So for example, I'm gonna Google right now what is Behance cover image size. So it's 808 by 632 pixels. So that's how I remember I made my AI with 808 by 632 pixels, and I made my covers with that size in particular, and it was able to compress them enough that I can run them in the website without having any issues of the website slowing down or anything like that. I'm gonna go ahead and read more comments right now. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me see. Where are the comments? Okay, right here. We have I'm sorry guys, some people say that it doesn't work in their country. I really apologize, but I don't know what to say about that. Maybe in those cases you can guys use WordPress with Bluehost or GoDaddy and something like that. That could be a solution. Or just make a physical portfolio. That's nothing to be ashamed about. I'm not saying physical, just like a PDF version of your portfolio that you can attach, or maybe make a Google Drive link that you can share with your employers, and they can see your portfolio that way, downloading a PDF. Okay, some people say me see here. Some people are saying that the, let me see, I'm trying to, in the video, the video that I added in the masthead just threw away my masthead title. Now how I can make this video blur a bit? Okay, so how to make the video a little bit blurry in the background? Okay, let's talk about that. That's a simple solution, I think. So I'm gonna just share my screen again, and yeah, so to make this video background blurry, there's a setting right here. When we go again to the masthead options, I forgot to say this, but there's this part right here. You gotta completely ignore the masthead options. It's not necessary that you have to pay attention to too much of this. You just gotta go with the masthead background settings, and there is an option right here. Oh, that plays with the opacity. We can fix the position when the video is playing and the background video. So one way that you can fix this and make it blur a bit, if it doesn't show here in the overlay options, which I thought it would, I think would be to either make this darker or make it in Premiere and After Effects. There is an effect that can do that. I'm not fully sure how I can explain you that. I'm trying to find the easiest way to teach you how to make a blurry video without making it overcomplicated. You know what? That's gonna be a tutorial. I'm gonna teach you how to make a blurry video just to put it in the masthead. I'm gonna take notes for that one within this stream. I'm gonna go back to see some more comments. Okay, so let me see right here. More comments. Okay. Thanks. Question. This is another question about the Bluehost hosting of the. Okay. Great. There was a little bit rush. Great content. Thank you so much. Very useful. Great video. Oh, that's the one that we talk about, the GIF videos. The GIF videos. Okay. Okay, the speed's straightforward. Some people like the video that is fast because it's straightforward. Not many people like that it's fast, but some people like, so thank you, you saved me a lot of time. So, but because that's the thing. Sometimes people are stuck in some specific part, or maybe they didn't know a little tip about the portfolio, and then when they do theirs, they maybe use my video to improve theirs. And yeah, that's always, you know, positive and welcome when people do that. I was to make a website to get into all that complicated stuff, and I saw your video. Thanks. You see, easy and concise. So this is the thing. Like, this is Abraham. Okay, so he's saying like he was about to make a website with, you know, the classic setup to make a website with, which end up being, you gotta get a domain, you gotta get Bluehost. If you don't know how to use WordPress, you gotta get a theme from WordPress. You gotta set up your WordPress theme, install plugins. If you do it that way, you can do it with Wix. But again, with Adobe Portfolio, I think it's more straightforward, and he saved a lot of time and a lot of money, because at the end of the day, with Adobe Portfolio, if you already have an Adobe subscription, you don't have to publish it with you don't have to connect it with the GoDaddy or Bluehost or anything like that just to get your hosting. And I think at the end of the day, it's a win if you don't have to spend money just to do your portfolio, and you can get higher just for free, you know, without just showing your work. Oh, your Behance is another way. Your Behance is another way that you can share your work as well. Somebody put here, it's the same as Behance. So portfolio, there's a feature that it has right here. I'm gonna share my screen. There is this feature right here that allows you to share your Behance right here. I remember integrations. So Behance, I have it off, but there's a setting right here that you can turn. When you turn on the Behance setting, it allows you to share your Behance projects already there, so you don't have to, you know, program much or anything. You just send them your link. Okay, let me see right here. I'm gonna go for another comment, and let's just make the last comment right now before we go. Let me see if I can find something else here. I'll try to find another. Okay. Yeah, the same question is about the publishing. So there's somebody that says I am using the Mercedes theme and I want to create a nice design for my header, but being side wide, how big it should be to I make my design perfectly. So that's a really vague question if you ask me, because and again, I understand. So I think what you're trying to say is that you want it to fit perfectly 100% every single time, but you know, you gotta understand that people's screens are different in different sizes, to be honest, and it can be tricky to fix every fit every screen. So honestly, it depends. I'm gonna check that theme and I'll see what I can tell you more about that, because I need to just do a deep dive about the theme and just see what sizes is managing and stuff like that. Let me see if there is another one. Very nice job, but one thing, do you know how to make a filter category for project / work with Adobe Portfolio? I haven't found a solution yet. So a filter category, especially with projects and that consist in one or more categories, photos, logos, illustrations, is very helpful to filter. Oh, she wants to make like a filter for the projects. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. A filter for the projects. I don't think there's a possibility to do that. So one thing I would say, guys, is just like, how is your website rated in the GT metrics group? I've been a portfolio website, but I'm finding issues when it's print. So this is important. I'm gonna make a video about the GT metrics because it's really interesting to talk about that. It's to rate your website to see how Google friendly it is and stuff, and how fast it loads. Well, okay, guys. So this is gonna be the end of the live stream for today. I'm planning to make another one soon. Thank you so much for watching, and maybe I'll see you again in another video. Bye.